Creating a new protocol decoder for ScanaStudio can be very helpful, whether you're reverse engineering a communication protocol or you're developing with your proprietary interface. In this tutorial, I'm going to guide you through the first basic steps to create a new protocol decoder script. I'll also assume that you're familiar with programming languages and that you can dig your way through JavaScript. As an example for this tutorial, we're going to create a very simple decoder that simply calculates and displays the width of pulses. Let's start by opening ScanaStudio. Click on the Options button and open the Protocol Manager. Note that all protocols that you see in the list are open source, and it can be a good idea to look at existing protocols and see how they're coded. For now, let's stick with the creation of a new protocol and click Create New Protocol. I'm going to call this my test protocol, add some description about it, and click Create. At this stage, you should see this Protocol Script Editor window. You'll notice some main functions have already been created, like the getDecoderName function. Now, before we get into coding details, let's get familiar with this IDE. The MetaInfo editor lets you edit some general information about your script, like its name, its version, and release notes. You can also add a link to your website or email. You can edit this information and click Generate Meta Code to see how the script source code was modified accordingly. Next is the Graphical User Interface Editor. Here, you can visually design how the protocol decoder configuration window will look like. You can drag and drop elements from the toolbox to create your custom interface. For this tutorial, we're going to add a channel selector to choose which channel to decode. We will also add a combo box for the user to choose whether he wants to decode logic high or logic low pulses. Once we're done, we can click on Generate GUI Code and go back to the main script view. You'll notice that the GUI function have been populated with some lines of code that describe the interface we've just designed. Now, let's get to the most important step, editing the decode function. That's the function that gets called by ScanaStudio to do the job of analyzing and interpreting the logic signals. Next, you need to write the code that searches for rising and falling edges and calculate the time between them. This may take a while. Now I've finished. Let's check if the script is valid and save it. Now we can test it on some signals. There's no need to connect any real device. Let's just run in demo mode and ScanaStudio will create some random signals for us. Let's add our decoder to the workspace. Configure it and see what happens. As you can see, time between edges is calculated and displayed on the signals. That's it. Creating a real protocol decoder will take more time and efforts, of course, but hopefully this video will get you started quickly. Please don't hesitate to send us your questions on the forum or by email. Also, we encourage you to share your protocol decoder if you think others can benefit from it. Thank you for watching.